What's up, Ahgutties? Today I'm covering a bunch of different things you can do for free here at Walt Disney World. I feel like not a lot of people talk about how much you can actually do here for completely free. And as you know, the parks and the water parks and all that stuff get super expensive, especially for a lot of people. So I want to give you guys some different options that are completely free. So the first thing is Disney Springs, which is actually where I'm at now. And there's so many different options on what you can do here. There's tons of different shopping areas, which obviously cost money, and also food places. But as far as vibes, like there's some great vibes here. There's so many cool different things you can see without having to pay anything. There's a Lego store, so you can check out some of the cool models and stuff. It's all free. And then as far as parking, I think there's like 4 different parking garages that you can go and park for free. My personal favorite is the orange garage. I just feel like it's close to pretty much everything you really need to do here at Disney Springs, including Blaze Pizza, one of the better quick services here. But I think today I'm gonna eat at Chicken Guy. So we've made it to Chicken Guy, and if you've seen the channel before, you know that I absolutely love chicken tenders. I get chicken tenders everywhere. I'm super picky, so I'm pretty much always getting chicken tenders. And this is my favorite chicken tenders on Disney property. Here's a look at the menu. They have a ton of sauce options here, and they even have some seasonal sauces. You can actually see the workers actively making the food, which is pretty cool. And then it used to not go as far back, but they expanded, and there's a door back here, and it goes super far. So it's not a big restaurant, but it's a long restaurant. Here's a better look at the menu. And I always get the kids meal, the 2-tender kids meal for $7.50. It comes with a small beverage and some fries. I think it's the best deal here because you can also add a tender, and it's like $8.50 for 3 tenders, fries, and a beverage. So I think it's a pretty good deal. Plus the food is just like super good. Whenever I get a drink, I always start with Powerade, chug the whole thing, and then I go back in for a crispy cold Coke. The food has been acquired. It was less than 10 bucks. You get 2 sauces, 3 tenders, and some fries. So I'm gonna give it a little try. I already know what they taste like, but they're my absolute favorite tenders in Disney. First of all, look how nice, crisp, and juicy this is. Oh. Never disappoint.
They're great.
Yes. Not only are these my favorite tenders on Disney property, they're my second favorite tenders I've ever had. And like I said, I get tenders everywhere. First of all, I'm here with my brother-in-law, Samuel. Whoa, buddy. Second of all, Guy Fieri, I freaking love you. Sometimes tenders are dependent for a good sauce, but with these, they're absolutely amazing on their own. You don't even need a sauce for them to be good, but you still have so many sauce options as well, which is super cool.
And if you add a sauce, it'll make it even better.
The fries are so well seasoned. They have great salt levels, super crisp.
Buttermilk ranch.
Such good fries as well. Thumbs up. Another free thing is the amazing views. Sunset is beautiful, but right outside of AMC theaters, they have live entertainment that you can just walk up and listen to for free. Something super cool is the Starbucks. They actually updated it. It's been closed, and this is the first time I've actually ever seen it. I don't think it's completely open for public yet, but they have all the walls down, and you can see all of the exterior. They still have the infamous palm tree going through the building, but I mean, look at this sunset, bro. Like, all this is free. Obviously the shops have a bunch of stuff that you can buy, and that's not free, but to just walk around here, completely free. You can look at all the things, smell all the smells, and it's like, it's a party up in here. Earlier I mentioned how Orange Garage is my favorite garage to park at, and it's because right when you get out of it, you can turn over here, and there's actually a ton of buses that takes you to all the different Disney resorts. And that is the next thing. All the Disney resorts are free to visit through these buses. You don't have to actually stay at the resorts to be able to go to them and get some of the food options and different snacks. So it's a super fun thing. if you don't want to go to a park for one day, you can just go resort hopping, do some pin trading, get a snack, and just kind of have a chill day instead of having to pay 170 and then your like feet hurt from the day before, so you're tired that whole day and you spent all this money to go to a park. Instead, you can check out some of the resorts for free. Right now, I'm making my way over to the Boardwalk Resort because I kind of want to show you an idea on what you could do, because the Boardwalk is connected to Yacht and Beach Club and Swan and Dolphin. So I might have to walk to those as well while I'm at Boardwalk, and then just show you like an overall thing on what you're able to do, some of the snacks you might be able to get, and everything like that. When you get up to the buses, there's a sign that says what number takes you to each resort, and number 10 takes you to these. So we're gonna check it out. Also, if you stay at a resort, it's pretty much the same thing. You can take buses to the parks or to Disney Springs. And if you're staying at a resort and you take a bus to Disney Springs, this is where it'll take you, and then you can go on a different bus to another resort if you like. There's tons of different great restaurants that you can also eat at these resorts. Like, there's so many different options, so many different resorts. I think there's up to like 30 Disney resorts now, so there's a lot of different places you can visit, but there's also so many food options at these resorts as well. And our bus has officially made it. Boardwalk and Yacht and Beach Club. Looks like Goofy is on it. That's pretty cool. The buses are always super spacious. They have some cool like graphics on the top. There's Remy, my absolute favorite Disney movie, favorite character. I made my way into the Beach Club. Here's Cape May Cafe. This is one of their restaurants. It is absolutely amazing. I've never eaten here, but like the foods and stuff look super good. Yacht and Beach Club are actually connected, so you can pretty much walk back and forth to them. And then Boardwalk is right across from it. Next up, I'm checking the Beach Club Marketplace out. Maybe do some pin trading, check out if there's any new merch. I did a video on the new Halloween merch over at Magic Kingdom, but they also have some here in this gift shop. They have this little like toddler Dumbo outfit. Obviously the Crocs I just showed. I'm not sure if they have anything else. Oh, they have the pumpkin, what are these called? Squishmallows? Yeah, Squishmallow. I want to mention that the smells here are immaculate. They also have a bunch of different food options if you're actually staying at this resort, like frozen pizzas, frozen foods, ice cream, chips, just little snacks you can pick up if you're staying here and want a quick snack before you head into the parks. A couple of things I haven't mentioned yet is this is actually walking distance to EPCOT, and you enter next to like the France Pavilion. So there's also a Skyliner over there, which is the other thing I haven't mentioned, which takes you to a bunch of other resorts as well if you don't want to get on a bus to each individual one. I'm over here next to the candies, and look what I found. First of all, Minnie's Bake Shop mini cookies, 6-ounce bags, $7 each when you buy 2. That's those. But look at this. Paradise Falls chocolate bar. It's like the one Kevin eats in the movie where Russell's like bribing him to come over, or her. Kevin? Wait, is Kevin a girl? I forget. Last time I visited here, they were actually renovating the pool, but apparently it's like a mini water park or something. I've never swam here because I've never stayed here before, but it's Yacht and Beach Club's pool connected, and if you stay here, you're able to get in there. And there's also over here, there's a ship, and there's a slide that comes out of the ship and goes like right here into the water. It's super cool. By the way, this is Beach Club mainly. If you look to the left, I'm pretty sure that's Yacht Club back there. There's also this walking path that you can take to get to EPCOT and the Skyliner, and then Boardwalk is across from here. So you can walk this way and go around into Boardwalk. They're also playing a movie right now. I believe that's Team Beach Movie. So you can just like chill if you want to watch a movie or something. And then also, this is the slide I'm talking about. It goes on top of the ship and goes down. Obviously this costs, you have to stay at the resort to be able to access it. But it's super cool if you do stay here. Here's another look at the pool. This is actually the biggest pool on Disney property, I believe. And like I said, it's kind of like a mini water park. I was actually wrong. Yacht Club is right over here on the right side of the pool, and where I just was all the way down there. And when I pointed left and said that's where you go to get to EPCOT, that's actually also Beach Club. Another thing about these resorts, Swan and Dolphin is actually walking distance as well. That's 2 more resorts you can stay at. They're connected kind of like Yacht and Beach Club behind me. And then once again, another thing, there's actually boats that you can take to EPCOT and to some of the other resorts. Like all 5 of these resorts, Boardwalk, which is right here, Yacht and Beach Club, which is behind me, Swan and Dolphin. There's boats that connect all of them as well, I'm pretty sure. And you can kind of take the boats to each resort as well if you don't want to walk to each one. And then the boat station is actually this dock. There's a big lighthouse in the middle, and there's a couple different boats that take you to different places. And it says the left one takes you to EPCOT and Boardwalk. The right one takes you to Swan and Dolphin and Hollywood Studios. We've officially made it onto the boat, and most importantly, it is free. This one specifically takes you right over to Boardwalk, which is literally right in front of me. It's not that long of a boat ride, but it also takes you down through that way somewhere over to EPCOT. We made it to Boardwalk. I think this is one of the prettiest resorts. It's super well themed, very elegant. They're also playing a movie here as well. Brave at the moment. Last time they were playing Brother Bear. If you know me, you know that I don't like either of those. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I'm not a fan of either of those movies. They also have some live entertainment. Looks pretty interactive because there's a special guest. A kid got called or something, so that's pretty cool. I'd say that this is the place people come to the most here on Boardwalk if they're not staying at the resort, but still want to come here to eat something. But it is like $23 for a slice of cake, which is kind of crazy. Here's the menu. Believe it or not, this is actually my first time here in the cake bake shop. There's a quick service, and then there's also a full restaurant that you can go eat at as well. Right now, I'm just here in the little shop, quick service area where you can, I think, grab a slice of cake if you'd like. But it is super beautiful in here. One of the most beautiful restaurant, whatever you want to call it, I've ever been to in Disney, if I'm being completely honest. Look at these chandeliers. And they also have some fall decorations and stuff. This is super beautiful. And they have all these delicious desserts. There's sparkles, like pixie dust on all of them. That's crazy. These desserts are so elegant and beautiful, so sparkly, probably so delicious, but I'm broke. They have all these cakes as well, 160 bucks each. That's wild. This one's 170. Southern style caramel cake. Now this is my type of thing. Banana pudding. Yes, please. And they also have this key lime pie that looks absolutely immaculate. Yes, please. If you guys can see, there's actually fireworks, I believe. I'm actually not sure. Maybe that's... Oh! Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party opening day is actually today. That's probably the fireworks for that. I'm not 100% sure if that is actually what those fireworks were, but I'm not sure what else they would be. I was guessing maybe EPCOT, but that's not the direction of where EPCOT is at. And also, it's past the time of when EPCOT fireworks usually start. Here's what the boardwalk pool looks like. It's also pretty big, and they have a big slide back there, which is super cool. It does a couple loop-de-loops. Looks super fun. And here's the entrance of Boardwalk. All the resorts here are super beautiful. And now we've officially made it to the bus stop because we're heading back to Disney Springs now. I think we got the same bus as last time, but we've made it back to Disney Springs. And look at these shiny bright lights. First of all, at the metal detectors, they added metal detectors. These used to not be here. And then they also have these lights on the trees. As I head out here, I actually have a story. So when I was growing up, before I actually moved to Florida, my family's favorite vacation spot was always Florida. We pretty much came once a year, but we didn't only just come to Disney. We kind of explored all throughout the state. Sometimes went to Tampa, sometimes went to the beach, and pretty much explored all throughout the state, pretty much Central Florida, but right around that area usually. but I grew up with a family of 8. So my parents, and they had 6 kids. I'm the youngest of 6. So the trips got expensive at times. Obviously, as you can see, 8 people, like a vacation of 8 people can get pretty expensive. So we never really came to the Disney parks as much. I never really came to the Disney parks a lot until I moved down and got annual passes. But I did go a couple times to Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios before I moved down here. But yeah, we always used to like go resort hopping, do all of like the free stuff. Used to go to downtown Disney when it was called that here instead of Disney Springs. And then we also used to come to Disney Springs as well. We always used to spend our time at some of the free things instead of like spending all this money to go to the parks all the time. And that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, to kind of just tag you along and show you what I used to do and some of the free things you can do in Orlando at Walt Disney World. And actually, I think sometimes days like these can be even more fun than like going to a park, because it's always different. I feel like you can go pin trading, you can go to the French Quarter in Port Orleans and get some beignets, you can go to Polynesia and get some Dole Whip. There's so many different resorts, and there's always something new to do and to check out, even if you're not going to the parks. So I highly recommend going resort hopping if you're coming down to Florida at Walt Disney World. I'm officially heading out now, so I'll see you guys later. But also, this video isn't only for people visiting Walt Disney World for vacation, it's also for you Florida locals. If you guys don't have a Disney annual pass and you want to come here still and do some things for free, I recommend doing some of the things I did today, or even other resorts. And also, if you are coming here on a trip, I think you should check some of this stuff out. And one more thing, if you are a Florida resident, buy an annual pass. It's worth it. With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Like and subscribe perhaps?